In California, it was a life-or-death decision for Governor Schwarzenegger today, whether to spare the life of one of the nation's most well-known death row inmates. Stanley Tookie Williams, a founder of the Crips gang, has many famous supporters who want him to live. But this afternoon, the governor denied Williams' request for clemency, and within hours, he is scheduled to die. ABC's Brian Rooney joins us now from outside San Quentin Prison. Brian?
Bob, it is a cold and gray day here on San Francisco Bay. We've just learned in the last few minutes that Stanley Williams' lawyers have filed a last-minute appeal with the U.S. Supreme Court, and that will be heard by retiring Justice Sandra Day O'Connor. It is probably his last and only chance, having failed in his attempt to win clemency from the governor. Word came of the governor's denial just as the Reverend Jesse Jackson left the prison after his last visit with Tookie Williams.
I'm obviously very disappointed that the governor has missed a moment to choose life over death, has missed a moment to choose redemption over revenge.
One of his supporters said Williams' death will be the beginning of the end of the death penalty.
It makes no sense whatsoever to execute a children's book author.
The narrow road that leads to the east gate of the prison is lined with television trucks and reporters. The entire population of San Quentin is under lockdown as the prison prepares for the execution.
Stanley Williams is in visiting, and that is where he will more than likely remain, in the main visiting room, visiting with supporters, legal counsel.
Williams was convicted in 1981 of the shotgun killings of 4 people in 2 robberies. He still says he's innocent. Supporters say he should be spared because of his work discouraging young people from a life in gangs.
We must end this killing as a way of stopping killing.
In his statement, Governor Schwarzenegger said, "Without an apology and atonement for these senseless and brutal killings, there can be no redemption." Williams has refused a last meal, as he said Saturday in a radio interview.
I told him that it was quite absurd, to eat from the hand that wants to eradicate me. So I told him, no, absolutely, I don't want any food. Bob, we will be waiting for word from the Supreme Court. If that appeal is not successful, Tookie Williams is scheduled to die by lethal injection just after midnight.
Thank you, Brian. Brian Rooney outside San Quentin tonight.